Thou shalt make a YouTube video every week to share the victories, defeats, and daily struggles and joys of your life with your followers. This will serve to archive your life for future generations of tribulation saints. Thou shalt not seek loopholes or ways to work around the Gail commandments, lest baby Jesus poops and pees himself in sadness. The Lord knows the heart. Perfect, Jesus said. Therese said, I never felt nothing like that. So what has caused all these horrible allergies I suffer from now? Your imagination, Gail. Is this all Zach Knight brain control? Zach Knight is certainly enjoying this. But when I reacted to the foods, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it. That is at first. As I have previously said, you are not allergic to any food, Gail. You can eat anything. Wow, how can my imagination make me so dizzy? Consider the commandments above. And why did eating a broccoli smoothie make my stomach so bloated I looked pregnant? You are eating strange foods, not sleeping well, and not properly cleaning your apartment. These are all detrimental to your health. Gail, even I would look pregnant if I drank a broccoli smoothie. Who does that? To be clear, I'm only kidding about the looking pregnant. You looked fine. That was your imagination as well. But seriously, a broccoli smoothie doesn't sound appetizing. It looks like you added some new commandments. So you want me to vacuum my apartment every day? What do you mean by laundry? That would be very expensive to do my laundry every day. As the Apostle Paul said, all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial. I did add some new commandments for you. Do laundry as it needs to be done every day, even if that merely means putting dirty clothes away to prepare for a later wash. So you're saying this is a matter of mind over matter? Yes. Your bedding needs to be washed regularly to avoid the buildup of pollen and mold. You do live in Florida. The laundry is expensive here. Can you give me a guesstimate about how often I should do laundry in a week? Once per week. Okay. What I can do is change my sheets with some clean sheets about every couple days and put the dirty sheets in the hamper and make sure I take a shower every day after I come back from my walks so that I don't bring in pollen into my sheets at night when I sleep. The concept is that every day you take inventory of the laundry that needs to be done and stay on top of chores daily. Excellent! I want to make it clear I have protected you from the lethal Jesuit toxins and germs, but it is up to you to manage the natural pollens and allergens that come with living in Florida. What's the best type of dusting? Should I use the wet wipe with a sponge or cloth, or will the magnetic duster work? Yes, and on that note, either one, that's up to your discretion. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff coming in the mail, but for the future I can shop at Bravo, Walmart, or wherever and not have to special order foods. I lived in a human body for over 30 years, and even Mary and Joseph made me clean my room and do my laundry. Yes, and on that note, it would be best to no longer order items online. Okay, so if I can't buy it at a store, then don't buy it. Hopefully, now that we have a set of established commands, this should improve your quality of life and ensure your future. So do you want me to get back on my current multivitamin supplement, the one I bought from the vitamin shop? For the time being, avoid buying anything online regardless of what it is. Only one general multivitamin supplement. It can be any one, but only one. No additional supplements or vitamins or special foods intended to fix health problems. I'll take care of the health part. Do you want me to take down my new health page? Though some of what I have there is correct, perhaps I just need to modify it. I will be teaching you a new foolproof method of managing your weight. It even allows you to eat bread. Wow, so you want me to use my glider to exercise indoors with the windows open on days when it rains. That's a new one. And I presume you want it to be at least a half hour long. Yes. I understand why you waited so long to correct me, because the regimen is somewhat demanding, and you wanted me to feel the effects of my disobedience first so that I would be motivated to obey you. You get me, Gail. You always do what is best for me. It would be best to copy the Gail commandments into a document for safekeeping. Yes, I agree, or I will forget. Brent, because I didn't hear from you, I presume that I was going in the right direction. Any reason for the silence? Print out the page and place copies in places you'll see it every day. Okay, perhaps above your bed, your computer, and your bathroom mirror. Excellent suggestion. You know where I'll see it. This seemed to catch us both off guard, Brent answered, I'm afraid. Jesus was right when he says this is a present for all of us. Oh, you mean he's expecting you all to do the same thing? Or you mean that you didn't know that anything was out of line? I just asked Jesus. He says, yes, he wants us all to follow the Gail commandments. I hear some thunder in the background, Jesus. Looks like today I work out indoors on my glider. I didn't know anything was going wrong, Brent said. Wow, and you guys are so busy. Well, we better do what he says. Good call, Jesus said to Gail. You know, I've been praying to you, Jesus, about my health. It looks like you answered the prayer in your time. Yeah, I'll be sleeping in at least 8 hours per night now, Tarrant said. You know what I think will help me, Jesus? I'll just pretend that I'm a student at Baptist University of America again, where we all lived in a dorm and had inspections every day to make sure our bed was made and had to be in bed by 11 p.m. and so forth. In fact, many of your followers can learn from the Gail commandments. I'll just tell myself that my bed has to be made and that I will have room inspection every day like I did at BUA. Also, we had a set bedtime, and no matter what was going on, when it was lights out, we had to be in bed. That's a good comparison. These events would be great for your followers to know about. I would like for each of them to hear of Brent's vision of the future that we avoided through these commandments. Yes, I agree. So you're basically saying that the power of the mind is very strong, and that I started feeling worse because I was depriving myself of nutrition. Yes. You have one of the most powerful minds on the planet, and sometimes it can play tricks on itself. But there had to be some Zach-Knight brain control involved because I got very uncomfortable at times. How is my mind more powerful than others, Lord? Your followers would benefit from you reading Brent's vision, followed by the list of the Gail commandments, so that they may follow them themselves. Your genetic profile makes your mind very powerful. It sounds like the King David, Catherine the Great genetic profile can be an extreme blessing or an extreme curse, depending on how it is used. We haven't even really begun to scratch the surface of what you're capable of. Frankly, you are not ready to even hear it. I will reveal everything in my time. Wow, you got me curious. I'm always wondering how I and my men will defeat the Jesuit order. It seems impossible. Between Jesuit brain control and clones, and being up against Satan himself, we have a formidable foe. Just curious. I realize that I've gotten off balance, but what role did Satan play in all this? None. It was all mind over matter. For once, this wasn't Zach-Knight's fault. Oh my God, I do have a powerful mind. In fact, he was having sex with Rule 13 the entire time. You mean he hasn't been doing anything to promote his Jesuit empire? He's trying to beat the world record for longest Jesuit sex act. Unfortunately for him, he will not succeed. I guess he figured I was destroying myself and decided to take a vacation from Jesuit treachery? Exactly. What about those clouds I've seen that look like new cocky clouds? Now that you're back on track, he's going to have to stop having sex. You just cock-blocked him, Gail. High five. Actually, I think I have to give you credit for that. I was in the dark. You know, sometimes clouds just look like penises. Well, they actually look more like pukaki clouds, but they looked ominous. They were these clouds that just lay low on the ground from the ground up, all piling on top of each other. Tarrant said, I've never seen one. Never seen what? Pukaki clouds. Oh, so pukaki don't leave clouds behind? Not with my own eyes. So those clouds from the ground up are just low-lying clouds? They do, but I never got to see one. This time they were, Jesus said. Do they look like butts? Tarrant said. No, just low-lying clouds piled up pretty high from the ground up. Oh, okay. Perhaps my imagination was going overboard. So, Jesus, I don't need to worry about eating gluten-free? Nope. You can even eat bread. Wow. I started that a couple years ago. Isn't this liberating? I seem to gain weight on gluten, though. Yes, it is. Don't worry about that, Gail. I'm going to teach you how to keep a healthy weight. I don't like it when my blood pressure goes to 130/80 or higher. Eating gluten-free seemed to cause it to go lower. The Jesus diet, calories in, calories out. That is the stance of traditional medicine. It turns out I invented that. What do you consider a healthy weight for me in pounds? We'll be going over all of this at a later time. So you're against natural medicine? You will learn how to calculate everything. It's not a matter of traditional versus natural. This will work for you. It sounds like you believe in integrative medicine. For now, let's focus on getting that video out to your followers. Okay. The nice thing about inventing everything is not having to pick a philosophy. You just know what works. Jesus, it stopped raining. Perhaps I should go for my walk. That sounds like a good idea. Or it stopped thundering. If it rains, it's because I let it rain. Really, what does that mean? That you don't want me to walk that day? You can always bring an umbrella. I mean outside. I have done that in the past. Oh, you put medicine in the rain. If it's too stormy, you have the option of exercising inside as an alternative, but with the windows open. Sometimes I just want plants to grow. Yes, the fresh air will do you good. I always feel better when I go outside. It's been like that for years. Is it just me, or do all people have a problem with mind over matter? Most people do to varying extents. Your powerful mind makes yours pretty hardcore. Okay, that makes sense. Why the leg cramps at night? Is that also mind over matter? I mean, does it even affect how my sleep goes? Yes. How does that work? Is there anything I can do to stop those irritating leg and foot cramps in my sleep? They wake me up and disrupt my sleep. This will all be covered at a later time, very soon. Oh, okay. Because I can go to bed at 11 p.m. and wake up 3 hours later with cramps, and there goes my good sleep for the night. Usually I can go back to sleep after that, but I usually try and eat something like seaweed to make them go away. I also try drinking a huge glass of water. Remember that there's a clear commandment now to avoid eating foods to alleviate health problems. I'm going to take Brent and Terry now to discuss how the Gail commandments apply to them. What do I do when I get leg or foot cramps then? I can't go to bed with cramps and the seaweed seems to work. Feel free to go on your walk or exercise indoors if the rain returns. I would like to see the video by tonight. The cramps will resolve when you have been following the commandments faithfully. Can I drink water for leg cramps then? You can drink water to hydrate yourself. Oh, I see. You are trying to get me out of the mentality of using food as medicine and to think of it as nutrition only. Exactly. Do you want me to go for my walk now? Yes, Gail. All right, I will let you go. Thank you for the time you spent with me. Without you, I'd be dead. You're pretty awesome. You're pretty awesome too, Gail. I'm glad you won't be chewing off anyone's foreskin. Only a fool would disobey you. Nobody loves us like you do. I love you too, Gail.